corner for Lindholm. Behind the net to Tkachuk. Little pass over to Gaudreau. To the circle. Tkachuk in front. Monahan stop. They score! Matthew Tkachuk on the rebound. And the Flames have tied it up with 38.4 seconds to go.
Game about 20 seconds before he had a great opportunity. Just a great puck movement by Tkachuk. Throw it out front. Monahan attempt, and then the puck goes right to Matthew Tkachuk.
No breakout with a long pass to Lindholm. Brody going to the goal. Lindholm to the middle of the shot block. Tkachuk scores! Matthew Tkachuk! What a goal! Less than a second left in overtime. Tkachuk with a beauty, and the Flames complete the comeback and win 6-5 in Nashville.
Goes top corner. Honestly, how crazy.
Now, when the puck went in, it showed zeros on the clock, but there was still time left.
I actually looked at the clock, and I think there's 1.4 seconds left.
That, you've got to be kidding me. That is, here we go, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Second and a half.
Yeah.
Racing up the middle. He'll fire it towards the corner. Hamhuis back to get it. Under a little pressure in the corner. Riley Smith centered it. Pass out in front. Pacioretty scores! Max Pacioretty beat the clock and ties it.
Wow, is this close? Here we go. The forecheck in front. Stone to Pacioretty. And right now, the only thing they're going to look at is the time clock. As a great play as that clock counting down.
Ovechkin at point position. Comes on through to Kuznetsov, then from Backstrom, 15 seconds left. Oshie fires, he scores! TJ Oshie has tied it!
This is something the Capitals work on. They're really happy with the way they can execute 6-on-5, and what a pass out of the corner. Watch the play down low. Backstrom gets it to Kuznetsov.
Time winding down. 9 seconds left. Off the glass it goes. Landeskog is here. Up top it's Makar. 2 to go, 1 to go. Landeskog shoots. He hit the post. Score! Score! Wasn't in time. Nelson Cameron cleans up. Wasn't in time.
I don't know, Moj. I don't know.
Oh my goodness! The power play was spectacular. Are they rewarded at regulation's end?
Just a, I mean, they never didn't have the puck. But I don't see the clock clearly.
Off the post and in by Kadri.
Palat through the middle. Here's Gord. Yanni Gord's in. Shut down by Varlamov. Outstanding save. And now in front of turnaround shot. Varlamov got a piece of that one. Palat had him dead to rights. McDonough cross. They score! Nikita Kucherov awaiting on the weak side. 7.8 seconds left. Tampa Bay with a 2-1 lead. Kucherov throws this puck to the front of the net. Palat misses the net. The Islanders have it. They turn it over. And then the quick pass by McDonough. Defenseman jumping in. And Kucherov puts it into the back of the net.
Palmieri can punch it ahead. 7 seconds to go. Taken here by Severson. Has Sharon Govich. Walks in. He scores! Sharon Govich! The first goal of his National Hockey League career in overtime. And not 2 seconds to spare. There's your first win of 2021.
Lobs into the corner. Kaprizov pursues. Parise throws it out front. Suter fires. They score! Less than a second to go! And it's all even 3-3!
Now the Wild come down to the other end. Suter, savvy vet, knows there isn't much time left on the clock. Just throws one there. I think it deflects.
Back at the line, it goes for Darnell Nurse, in for McDavid. McDavid forced to the corner by Nathan Beaulieu. Power play is over, centered, score! At the horn. Power play ended. And they will take a look at this. Do the Oilers win it at the buzzer?
Before the buzzer goes, and this is going to be a good goal.
So it'll be at 19:59 officially. And a seesaw battle here in the third period. The Jets killed off the...
Ekblad, final seconds. Waiting. They got to get it to the net. Ekblad shoots. Knocked out in front of them. They score! They score with a second to go. Deflected in. And the Panthers get it tied.
It hit Hornquist and then Achari. The puck in the air and, oh no, it's Hornquist. Looks like both Hornquist and Achari, they're chopping up that puck. Waist high, and it's good.
10 to go. Out high. Chychrun. He's got to let it rip. Kessel to Chychrun. Send one to the front. Schmaltz to Chychrun. He fires it blocked. In front. They score! They score! Will it count?
Oh my!
Will it count?
The hometown kid, Clayton Keller. There's the initial shot. The block, look at the spin around him by Dvorak. And the finish by Keller.
Oh,
This is counting.
Matt Zuccarello to Greenway. Back to Zuccarello. Cut off by Mata. Throws it out front. Dumba scores! The clock shows zeros. They'll have to take a look.
Likes to do. Looks like he's going to his backhand. There's no question about that one. They're not going to look at that one very long. What a big goal late in this game to keep the streak alive for the Minnesota Wild. An unbelievable play on the wall by Matt Zuccarello to find Matt Dumba at the end. And
Coleman looking at Bull to the front of the net. Put it up high. Lankin didn't know where it is. Good play both with. Now held in Hedman. Hedman with three. Hedman shoots it. He scores! It looks like a good goal. Did the red light come on before the green? I think so. And Victor Hedman in the final second may have just won it. Risky play, got away with it. Now for Shed. Drops it to O'Reilly. He comes in. And around back. Shoots. He scores! And the Blues win! The captain gets it done!
Puck possession time, O'Reilly, clock winding down. What a smart play that is there. And with that lack of curve on his stick, he's able to get it on the backhand and elevate it so quickly. Wow!
8 seconds to go as Schultz peppers this one around the wall. Raffle, time's a wasted. From the angle, did that go? Oh my goodness, what a shot! Raffle, the light is on. The officials are going to check from an absolutely remarkable angle.
Out, it hits the white part of the back of the net, and to me, that's a goal, and the Caps are victorious here tonight.
1958, as you see the time ticking and you see the mesh bulging.
Kreider is there. Thompson for Buffalo. With Haig. And they set up. They score! They score! With less than 1 second to go! What an effort! The Rangers lead! 5-4. It's Chris Kreider. He's on the boards with Tage Thompson. He reaches in, gets the puck out, and then quickly, Fox to Zibanejad to Lindgren in the net game winner. Unbelievable.
Theodore out top. Around the horn for Eichel. His pass down low. And Pacioretty shot blocked. Now Eichel with a right side and scores! Jack Eichel with 5 seconds left. How about that? Jack Eichel. Sissons trying to kick it out to center. Pretty good battle between those two. Eriksson Ek regains his own. Kulikov in for the win. He scores! What a finish! Dmitry Kulikov wins it for the Wild.
Upstairs, the battle from Eriksson Ek. Just sticking with it. 2 goals already on the night. Helper on the game winner. And the finish from Kulikov.
unbelievable finish in Nashville. And
for Couture and back. Burns. Meyer. And that's blocked by McNabb. Burns keeps it in. Shoots. That's just wide. Rebound. They score! Timo Meyer ties the game as time expires. They found a way. We're going to overtime.
On his belly there is Brent Burns, locates this puck in the air. Good redirect out front. And then that just indirect off of Logan Couture's stick there to Timo Meyer. And gets it on that backside and buries it to tie the game.
And there was time left on the clock. They put it back up on the scoreboard. Just under a second to go.
Passing to Anderson. Anderson, time winding down. Johnny Gaudreau, there's a shot. Blocked Bravely. They're back in front. Rebound, they score! The time run out the punch of the net. Zeros on the scoreboard. We'll have to take a look to see if the Flames have tied this game or not. And look who gets it. Tkachuk, who's been driving the Predators crazy the whole game. What an insane finish to a remarkable game, and we have to take a look at the overhead to see if time had run out or not. Greg Millen, this has been something else. 1/10 of a second runs off. The puck, boy, it's so close, but when you roll it back, you'll see with a 1/10 of a second,
there it is.
what, 10th of us right there. 10th.
Yep.
After the final 5, Kucherov behind the Florida net. Out in front, they score! In the final seconds, Ross Colton. Lightning with a 2-1 lead. What a pass out front. And the Lightning are going to take a 2-0 lead in this best-of-7 series.
Not getting the puck out at the blue line. The quick play by Andre Palat, and then 2 defensemen go below the goal line. Forsling is going on Kucherov. I don't know where Weegar is going here. You got to hold the front of the net.
Now Makar with 15 seconds, waits behind his net. Eric Johnson carries through the neutral zone. Right side O'Connor. 6 seconds. Helm scores! Darren Helm may have just sent Colorado to the Western Conference Final.
No reaction from Joe Sakic, but he's absolutely got to be elated and relieved.
By Darren Helm, you mentioned that line, the work they've put in. He's been great in the face-off circle on the penalty kill, and now he adds a huge goal here for the Avalanche. Look at the bench.
Right back comes Danault. Fiala with him. Danault hangs on. He shoots. That's blocked. And the shot. Score! Fiala the winner in overtime with 1 second to go.
You can see Fiala and Danault just try to create a 2-on-1 opportunity. There's the block by Kurashev, and it goes right back to on the stick of Danault, puts it over to Fiala. There's just no chance for Mrazek. He's heading to his right, and it ends up coming back to his left.
Matheson's got it. He'll shoot. Stopped by Hart again. Monahan after the puck. 8 seconds to go. Monahan to Caulfield. Fires just wide. Suzuki. One more chance. Caulfield scores! Oh, my stars. Cole Caulfield ties it. Patience of Suzuki, the captain, to wait it out and then lay that laser pass through the seam to Caulfield, right in his wheelhouse, and Caulfield just gets really good contact on this, and it's in the back of the net with 1.9 seconds to go.
Off the draw, pulled free. Hyman can't find it. Jonas, a one-timer score! And this game is tied! Evan Bouchard, the equalizer!
They thought they had this one in the bag, but Edmonton continues the battle, and this was kind of a lost draw, but stay in the hunt for the puck, and what a pass to Bouchard. McDavid gets this puck, and he spins no-looker right onto the tape of Evan Bouchard, and he shoots it off the one-timer. No chance for Spencer Knight.
Around the Fox. Trocheck to Panarin, 8 seconds, toward the net, blocked, poked away, Fox looking for it. Miller shoots, it's blocked, Miller again, scores! He scores! The Rangers tie it!
Not sure it hit anybody on the way in, but here's the first one. Glendening with the block. Second one through the legs of Ottinger. That was a good 2 minutes and 25 seconds by Miller.
There was two.
Stahl, Burns, one-timer, Gostisbehere! What a save by Sandstrom! To the front of the net, it's loose! Oh, score! Did it beat the clock? They say yes for now, and the Hurricanes have tied the game.
I think they really forgot about those guys.
Here it is.
What do you think, Butch?
I think it's going to be a goal. This of course.
Terminated is a good goal with 0.3 seconds
There it
left.
is. Boom.
Hughes moving in for the Devils. Fights off a check, off the post. Boldy with 5 to go. Does he have enough gas before the buzzer? Boldy in, he scores! Unbelievable finish and a win for the Wild.
Minute 10 that shift was, but he's got enough to get there just at the end. And how about the awareness to settle down, take his time, not rush. He needed every second. 1.3 left on the clock. Forehand, backhand chip over the pad.
Ernie will rim it around. Copp just onto the ice. Copp to the line. Walman scores! With 3 seconds to go! Wow!
Win this game for the Red Wings.
Walman missed on a chance earlier in this period on a similar type shot. Missed on the glove side. Didn't miss on this one. The traffic in front provided by Necas didn't allow Anderson.
Arvidsson. Great play by Doughty to keep it in. Short pass to Kempe. Here's Arvidsson walking in. Arvidsson back in across shot. Save. Rebound score. Anze Kopitar ties the game with 16.7 to go. It's a power play goal for the Kings.
They did, and they end up paying the price. Absolutely, they do. Right here, McDavid with his stick. Got to get through there, let know that pass is coming over. Great pass from Arvidsson on his backhand. I don't think you're expecting that sauce over to Danault.
Stars still get it. Push it across the blue line. Craig Smith in there. Funnels it low. Robertson. Spun it out in front and then stick underneath the end line. Loose in the trapezoid. Fought for. Bounces in. They score. They tied it. Craig Smith, the former Pred. With 13 seconds left, Dallas has come back. Preds had multiple chances to get the puck down deep, and were just a mess in and around their own net. Nyquist actually shot it on his own goalie before Smith tucked one home. And we're headed to overtime, it appears. Steele cuts it off in the slot, knocked down. Here's a chance. Score! Dallas! 2 seconds left. Can you believe it? It's a pre-Christmas miracle. The Stars have turned it around, and they're going to win this game 3-2. Yanni Hakanpää with a weapons-grade slapper. At the replay on the floor. Again, they had multiple times where they could change it up and get it out. And Hakanpää is able to just step to it. A skinny block attempt by McCarron.
Paul's pass disrupted. Zacha can't clear it. It stays in. It's still onside. Hagel to Kucherov. What a finish here. 7 seconds. Send it across. Oh, they score! They've tied the game! Steven Stamkos with 4 seconds to go!
So many
great plays here. I know the Bruins are going to look at the replay to see if Victor Hedman held the puck in. I think he did. But ultimately, they just keep it alive. And they finally get it to Stamkos. Stamkos doesn't go with everybody. There's Victor. That's the play right there. That's an empty net goal gone away. Victor kept it in.
Faber, Kaprizov, in with speed. Kaprizov swings wide, tried to center, bounces to Johansson. Johansson centers, Kaprizov scores! Unbelievable! The Thrill does it again, and the Wild win it 4-3 in overtime.
Overtime goals. That's his 8th in a Minnesota Wild uniform. Watch how he just slickly moves to the backside. What a pass by Johansson. And the Russian makes no mistake. And the overtime magic here in St. Paul continues.
Wild have had 4 of their last 5 games go
for Heiskanen. With 16 left in overtime. Heiskanen leaves it for Hintz. Hintz into the zone. Over for Heiskanen. Now Robertson. Hintz. He scores! Hat trick! Overtime! Game over! Stars win it 5-4.
In overtime, slipped on the guys that had been best in the contest for Dallas. Give and go. They've scored 3 goals in the game like this. Puck movement to backdoor, wide open, yawning cage, tap-ins. That's back-to-back season.
Lehkonen, poke checked. 7 seconds left. Fired up for McKinnon. He's racing for the loose puck. 3 to go in overtime. In front! Score! Did it go in? Yes. Artturi Lehkonen!
Dead center!
You gotta be kidding me! The Avalanche have won with half a second left in overtime. That was in and out so fast I couldn't tell. And the Avs have beaten the Edmonton Oilers by a final score of 3-2.
Center of the net. This would be a great look. Oh, what a pass. And there she is. I think it went off that camera. Give me that look, please. Even Artturi Lehkonen didn't know. Watch this, Moj. Oh! Game over, baby. What a pass from McKinnon. What a goal by Lehkonen. And what a game this was here tonight.
Jankowski plays it back. Yossi around. Waiting is Hughes. Nice move to get away from Nyquist. Here's Pettersson. Miller shoots. Tipped on goal. Rebound. Besser scores. A hat trick. Brock Besser. And the Canucks have tied the game with 6.2 seconds remaining in regulation. The Brock Star comes to life in the 3rd period for the Canucks. Nice move there. Nyquist is down. Now they've got time. Moving across to the top of the point, looking for bodies in front. And when it's sent there, they get to the puck. One chance off the side net. Reed gathers it. If he's not a right-hand shot, he doesn't have that forehand, but he gets it past the stick of Saros and ties the score. Saros down and out.
Will be icing the power play. Nope, the power play was apparently still going on. Or maybe the puck was deflected, but they waved the icing off. Sanheim will play to the right side to Couturier. In front, Frost, he scores! He scores! Morgan Frost, the redirection with 11 seconds remaining. And the Flyers incredibly tie this game at 2. You almost thought there was no chance coming in there. What a great play there by Morgan Frost, driving to that back post, able to get a stick on that left in this period, but I think it was Travis Sanheim. A nice little knocked it down, changed the momentum of that puck, and there's Frosty. Nice elevation on that tip to go over the glove. And
off the boards, not past Lohrei. 10 seconds to go. Lohrei down to the goal line. Pastrnak, 7 seconds to go. Lohrei, not sure he realizes it. That shot, score! Deflected on the way in, Pastrnak. It was a pass that hit skates and ends up fooling Bobrovsky for the game winner.
Right here, you'll see Reinhart trying to deny the pass lane. The puck will hit his stick up over the right shoulder of Bobrovsky, who still hasn't seen it, and it's a 4-3 Boston overtime win.
Sergachev's got it.
Keller's stuck in the offensive zone. He can't get out. He's just getting...
Yeah, and 3 seconds to go. Gunther, he shoots, he scores! Dylan Gunther! Did it count? It did! Oh my! You've got to be kidding! Game winner!
Left side of your screen, Clayton Keller goes to the bench. He's offside, but because he gets off the ice right before Dylan Gunther crosses the blue line, this is not offside.
And Sabres win it. Rasmus Dahlin, everyone going to the net. McLeod up top, looking for Tage. Stone knew it, so he gets it away. Byram keeps it. Up high, 15 seconds. It's scores! Rasmus Dahlin! The captain buries it! We're tied with 13.6 seconds to go!
Front there with McNabb. And Dahlin, what a perfect shot. He made it across. One-timer here. And Hill couldn't see anything coming in. Look at this. He's in behind. He's trying to look over the left.
Behind Montembeault. Up quickly, Hudson. Montembeault to the bench again. Extra tacker out again. Hudson at the line towards the net. Rebounds! Score! Suzuki! What a deflection! And a new career high for the Habs captain!
Game off of an icing. The Montreal Canadiens are going to work this puck up the ice quickly, and it starts with Lane Hudson. Seth Jones thinks he might have poked it away, but Hudson stays with it, and as he directs it towards the net, Reinhart just tries to block it, but he botches it, puts it right to Nick Suzuki, who's waiting at the side of the net.
6 attackers out there go after the puck deep in the Dallas zone. 4 of them digging for it in the near corner. Comes free. Besser back to Garland. Connor Garland to Quinn Hughes. 10 seconds left. His shot. Oh, Hronek just missed it. The side of center. They score. Hughes Sooners got another one. Can you believe this? The Canucks 3 straight goals in the final minute, and the game is tied at 5.
Just like they drew it up on the whiteboard. With 2 quick goals, has tied the score here in Dallas. This deflection there, and then Hronek throws it to the front of the net. And Pustu, I don't even know if he knew it went in.
He wasn't sure at first, but now he knows. Nylander back with it. Back down to Marner. Shot and cued that wide. 10 seconds to go here in the period. Holmberg. Marner center the chance for Tanev. Scores!
Here we go.
1.8 seconds left. Chris Tanev ties the game.
Recognizes the time of the clock and says, why not just slip on down to the goal line, as Marner puts it right out there for him, and he shovels it in the empty net. Under 2 to play. That is a heck of a pass from Mitch Marner. Mike.
It's the second effort that gets it past the goal line. Oh my goodness.
Drives on the McDavid attack. Caught back door. Perry with a swing and a miss. Now it's Roman looking for McDavid. Chips it out. Bouchard. Draisaitl loads up. Bouchard fires.
Bouchard to keep it alive, and then the blast through traffic. Give and go with Draisaitl, and the one-timer finds its way home for Evan Bouchard. Back-to-back 2-goal games has tied this game late.
Down to 12 seconds. Puck pinned to the near corner boards. Millardy looking to work it free. 8 seconds remaining. Off the stick of Buchnevich. Ehlers fanned on it. Down to 3. Ehlers cross ice. Score! Score! Perfetti! With under 2 seconds remaining. Ties it! Unbelievable. The Winnipeg Jets scored 2 goals in the final 2 minutes. Nemestikov and then Perfetti.
tip by Perfetti on the dump in. Binnington.
William Karlsson with 7 will chip it down the boards. There's nobody to help him. A centering feed. Here's Riley Smith. Wade shoots, hit the post. Oh, he hit the post at the buzzer.
Referee was right there. Garrett Rank signaled no goal. As close as it gets. As close as it gets.
Vegas' bench is celebrating.
I think this went in the net. A stunning way to end a hockey game if that's the case. And how he had the presence of mind to fake the shot with the clock winding down. Waits and waits and waits. And it goes off the camera, didn't it? It went off the camera in the middle of the net.
It went off Draisaitl's stick.
And then off the camera there.
After video
my, it's a
review,
goal.
At 0.4, the puck completely crossed the line. Goal.
Wow.
You believe that?
Wow. Riley Smith.